What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Unity tutorial. We are back here with the Making a Simple Game in Unity Part 2. My name is Wale. Alrighty, so in this episode we're going to go ahead and, well, the first thing we're going to go, I'm kind of winging this, to be honest. I'm kind of doing it as I go. So we'll go ahead and make this 40, let's make it 70, make it 70 for now. So change the floor green scale X to 70 as well as the X of the floor red, or whatever one is making it go that way for you. I guess it depends on what way your camera's looking, but just make it look basically what it is right now. So now when we rotate it, it's going to do the exactly same thing, but now it rotates, so it looks like it takes up the whole kind of area. So now when we have little characters falling down, we can kind of like, oh shit. But I think what I kind of want to do is make it so it can somehow, I haven't actually looked at doing this yet. I think it involves any state, but it means you can transform it at any state. So it doesn't really matter if it's halfway through, or you know what I mean, you can transform it. So let's go ahead and delete these. I'm gonna actually go ahead and give this a try. I don't know if this is gonna work, so we're kind of trying this. Okay, well, there you go, there goes that. Don't delete them. I don't think you can do it like that, which sucks. I guess we'll work that out later. We can do that at the end. I kind of want it so you can like flip it. However, like you kind of stop it and go and stop and. Oh, you're kind of doing that, aren't you? But anyway, yeah. So what I want to do now is add little people that fall. Yeah, little people that fall. So let's go ahead and create an empty game object. You can do this. You can make these people look however you want. You can make them on Maya, you can make them on Cinema 4D, you can make them look absolutely amazing. But we're going to go ahead and just make them on here for this example. So go ahead and call them peoples. Why not? Even though they're probably not even people, let's go ahead and call them peoples. It doesn't really matter where this is located because this is just the empty game object. So in this game object, go ahead and create a square, a little cubey. And yeah, just so that's what it looks like right now. That's what it is. We go ahead and just, that can be his head, right? We'll go ahead and call him head. Head, it doesn't really matter, honestly. We're just making a little cube character thing. We can put that down and make this 2x2 or whatever. Actually make the whole thing 2x2. And that's what it looks like. Boom. This can be called, oh, I didn't even change the last one. Body. And like I said, this one can be called head. So yeah, that's his head and that's his body. Boom, we made a little character. Woo, it looks amazing. So what we want is basically this. This is the concept. Go ahead and actually this can be called person. Go ahead and create another empty game object and call this one peoples. Peoples. And get that out of there. We don't want it in there. Put person in peoples. Okay, so this is the person. Go ahead and add component rigid body. That's fine for now. And this is the concept. Well, obviously it's not going to do anything yet, but boop, and he hits when he obviously has a like a thing. If he's green, if he's red, if he's blue, whatever, it will make it better. So let's change that mass to 5. Does that make him fall a bit quicker? No, it's because of his velocity and all that. So if you were to make him go up a bit, he will slowly fall and then he'll start to pick up speed. Bang. Anyway, we don't really care about that because when he hits the green, he will die and you'll get 1 point. So we want to make a simple script that, you know, changes him from green or red or blue. And for now, let's go ahead and create a few of these. Boom, boom, boom. Just chuck them around everywhere. We'll make them randomly spawn, but this is just fine for now. So like they'll randomly, so actually we'll make it just so a little bit. You don't have to do this. This is just an example of kind of what it's going to be like. So something like this. So these will be all different colors. Obviously not in that like span because you can't rotate it quick enough. Look at them, woo, and they're gone. You can't rotate them quick enough to, yeah, you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. You can't rotate this thing quick enough. But yeah, we'll go ahead and make a script to change these guys' colors, change the positions, and make it so when they hit these things, they actually die or get teleported back to the top. Alrighty, so go ahead and create a C# script here and call it players. No, the peoples, just because we don't want to mix it up with myself and like the player and the enemies. So yeah, go ahead and make this. I've got actually a script next to me that's kind of like giving some help because I did make this before. So we will make a couple of respawn points. So this is going to be where they respawn. So game object. So this is a public game object. So everything we made, all those cubes or everything are game objects. And this is just a thing which, so we call this respawn 1. So what happens is in the code, we basically, in the Unity, we can drag the game objects onto this, and this basically says this game object. So whatever we drag onto it, it's that game object. So what we want to go ahead and do is make a few of these, maybe about that many, and just go ahead and change these order. This isn't a really good idea of doing it like this, but that's how we're going to do it. Makes it nice and easy. So we want to change the, how have I done this one? Let's have a look. I'm just having a look at my other one. Okay, so this is actually going to go on the enemy itself. So we want a thing which sets the color of the enemy. So let's call it void set color. It doesn't have to be public because we're not actually accessing it through a button or anything. It's just going to basically do this when we want it to. So if I go to void, it's going to say set color. So when the void start, just go ahead and go set color. And we're not actually taking any parameters, so we just got that void set color. So basically, it's going, when the script starts, it's going to do this code right here, right? So yeah. So what we want to do is we want to do int, so an integer number. So it's just basically just a random number we're going to do equals random range. So we're making a random number here, and from 0 to 2. Because what it does is actually, it doesn't actually go 0, 1, or 2, it's 0 or 1. It's a bit weird how it does it. So what we want to do is this is going to make every time a random number. And what we want is if the number is 0, we're going to go ahead and do this code right here in these curly braces. And we'll just do actually if number is 1, then we do this. Simple. So if it's 0, we're going to do this code. If it's 1, we're going to do this code. Right? Cool. So what we'll do is, because this is going to be on the enemy itself, we're going to go ahead and go get component, which gets the component, and we're going to get the mesh renderer of this component. So whatever, if we have a mesh renderer on the enemy, which we will, it will get that component, and we're going to go ahead and make the material color equal to color.red. So if it's 0, the little guys are going to be red, and then we can go ahead and copy that. And if it's 1, the little guys are going to be green. Simple as that. So that should work, I assume. Let's have a look. Have I done anything on here that makes it so it shouldn't work? Yeah, that should work. So simple as that. If it's green, it's gonna be if he's 0, he's gonna be red. If it's 1, he's gonna be green. We can go ahead and give that a test run. It should just basically do it. We got to quickly make a quick empty game object and call them spawns. So spawns. I always do that. That's the thing. You got to click enter. Spawns, and we'll go ahead and create a empty game object in here and call it spawn1. Enter. So I didn't fuck that up again. And just go ahead and, I think that was 5 that we did, right? 5, yeah. So we'll just make 5 of them. I probably should move them all to about there. Is that about right? Make them up there. And then here we just spread them out. We can do this as we go. 1 over there. There's obviously a better way of doing this. You can just say I want them to spawn here, this spot, +5 of the current position, +6 the current position, blah blah blah. But that's just a simple way we're going to do it. Doesn't really matter. So you want to go ahead and go to the peoples that we've made, the persons. Get the script. You want to highlight them all, and then just put on peoples onto there. So now they've all got that script. Same thing, highlight them all, and then just chuck on those spawns. Spawn 1, spawn 2, doesn't really matter what ones are more, but we'll go ahead and put it in that order. So realistically, we shouldn't have any errors right now. No, we don't. They're not going to do anything just yet. So now we need to go ahead and add a mesh renderer to each one of them. So now we've got a mesh renderer, right? Actually, maybe I just mesh renderer, and then we need new material, right? New material, is that right? No. Material? I don't even remember. How do I get the old material girl? Let's go ahead and, oh, okay. I don't know. Is that just gonna come up? If I just, oh, actually no, that's right. So we'll go ahead and make a material. Yeah, that's fine. And now put it on all of them, right? Okay. So is they all gonna change color? No, what have I done? What have I done? Why have they not changed color? What have I done? Let's have a look. I'll probably have to pause real quick and see why it doesn't do it. because there's always, as you know, there's always errors and errors. Well, at least there's no errors, but there's always issues. So I'll go ahead and really quickly fix this, see what the issue is, and we'll fix it. Yeah, we'll fix it. Okay, be right back, guys. Alrighty, we did fix it. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a disappointing fix. I'm having some issues, so I've decided to delete everything in each person. So no longer do they look like they've got a little head and a little square. They're just squares now. All you have to do is add, you can chuck on a material. That's what you need to do. I would just make a new material if I was you. I don't know if I did that already, but just make a new material, chuck it on there, and add a mesh filter. And then it's just called mesh filter. So when you go add component mesh filter, and then you click here and go cube. So now what happens is it rains the cubes, which is, oh, there's a little enemy there. We don't need that. Which shows this basically, which is what we did want. So it's randomly what they're going to be. So they'll be red or they'll be green. And obviously they're not going to spawn like, yeah, they're not going to spawn like that often and that close together. It'll be randomly how they spawn. So yeah, that's good. I guess that's what we wanted. Now we can go to each one of those and just add the spawns back. I've got to do that. I don't know if you have to. You probably don't need to. I just got to do that real quick. Add all those spawns back so they don't actually do anything yet. But yeah, so that's what we've got so far, which is good. Now what we need, I think I've got it here. I've got it next to me just so it's easier for me to continue on. I'm actually using the similar script to the Black Holes game I made. So yeah, right. So what we want to do is make a collider. So we'll probably can actually do that with the same script that we've already got. The rotate script. We can just do a public void on collision enter. This has to be the same on collision enter. And then on here we need collision other. So this is where we're going to check if it's collided with something. So if what was that noise? Anyway, if first off we want to check, so we will probably do the if get component, because we want to check what color it is. So if get component, I'm actually doing this in the rotate. My bad. Take that out. Sorry guys. Put that in the save that real quick. Put that in the people's thing. So down here, get component, mesh renderer, dot material color equals. But we want to do double equals because we're checking to see if it equals to this. So this sets it to green. This is checking if it's green. So we'll check if this one's red actually. So if it's red, what happened then? Oh my bad. You don't do a derp. You don't do a thing. If it's red, we'll just end this thing off. If it's red, then we'll go ahead and do this script, this part. And if it's you can do else if, but we're just gonna, I don't know, we might have to change that. If it's green, then we'll do this. So if it collides, when it collides with something, if it's this, like if it collides, like if it's red and collides with what we want to do, other, if, how do we want to do this? It doesn't really matter what way we do it. If other dot game object dot tag, so we're checking to see the tag that it's colliding with. So if the object that it's about to collide with, so whatever the box collides with, if the tag of that object, which will be the floor, is tagged green, actually make it first red. So we're checking to see if the, because what we're going to do, I keep doing that. We're going to check to see if the red, the red floor, because we'll add a tag that will add red. If it checks to see if it collides with red, which is going to be the red floor, then we'll add a score, which we can do in a bit, because we don't actually need to do that yet. And we'll do the same thing here. If it's green, we'll add blah, blah, add score. We'll do score later. Else if, so we'll just do if other dot game object. Actually, we can probably just copy and paste that, right? If it's green, then we'll go ahead and do game over, and same thing here. We'll actually go ahead and do that. So if it's green, so basically if it's red, we'll go add score. If the guy is red, if it's green, then we'll go add score. But for now, and we'll also transform the player to spawn point. So how do we do this? I've got it on the left of me, I think, to transform it. Set position to wherever position. Actually, it's not the flow script. It's the enemy dire script, right? Yeah, there we go. So we go actually we'll go ahead and make another int randi, make it int randi equals random number random.range, and we'll make it, because we've got 5 of them, go like that. So it's a random number between 1 and 6, and then we do a thingy. I think we'll make another void for this one. We just make it a void. Yeah, we'll make a void and we'll call it spawn. So just basically going to make a random thing where it will spawn here, just so we don't have to do it on every single thing. And here we'll add the int randi. Actually, we'll go ahead and delete that. So here's where we're going to do randi, and then if randi equals 0, do this, blah blah. Let's go and bang 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 5 times. Oops, 1, 2, 3. Oh, god damn it. 4, and then what have you done, rando? Why is it tabbing out like a weirdo? Okay, we'll put it back like that, and make this 5. There, so I think that's right. Why is there showing me errors? Shouldn't have any errors. Oh, that's why. God damn it. Sometimes weird shit happens. Anyway, so we're going to do a random stuff when... Okay, that's also a reason it's going to... Okay, cool. So here we want transform. So we're transforming dot position, which is getting the position of the enemy. Transform dot position, and we'll go ahead and make it equal to respawn 1 dot transform position. So it's just going to go ahead and take my player, or the little enemy, and it's going to set it to the position of the respawn 1. Go ahead and copy that, put it there, make this respawn 2. Very simple stuff. You could probably make it a lot easier, but I'm one of those people who are just like, look, if it fucking works, no point making it complex. Like, no point making it all in one line of code, nice and easy, when you can just do it in a bunch of lines of code. Just make it work. My bad. We'll change this one to 0, just because I screwed up. But 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that how many there are? No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's alright. So yeah, my bad. Too many. Make this 5. There you go. Okay. You probably are like, Harrison, you fucked up. Anyway, so now we go to here and we go ahead and go spawn. So basically it's gonna, if it equals to that, it's just gonna go ahead and do this function which checks blah blah blah. It's gonna spawn it. Same thing, copy this over here, put that there, and we'll go ahead and make a using Unity Engine. So this is adding a library, scene management. So now we can worry about scenes. We haven't done anything about scenes yet, but here we'll do scene manager dot load scene, and then we haven't actually made a scene yet, but we'll just call it game over. This is when we make a game over scene. So this is basically just going to load the game over scene. So if we make a game over scene, when green collides with red, it's game over, and yeah, simple as that. So right now we've got that going. Hopefully you people understand that. I didn't really explain that too well, but hopefully you people are understanding. Anyway, so what we want to do is go ahead to floor, go to floor green, go to this tags here, go add tag, go ahead and go plus. So here's where you add tags. Go ahead and make this one green. I think we actually made it lowercase, didn't we? So green. Did we make a lowercase? Check real quick. We did make a lowercase. So green, add that tag, boom, green, go to floor red, same thing, add tag, make this one red, boom, red, add tag. Now, I think it should work. Not sure though. It's probably going to say blah 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 does not make sense. So as you saw, greens are spawning and they're going to continue just going randomly, but as you can see they're flying away. That's not what we body. That's not quite what we want. So we'll go to each one of these persons, which clearly aren't even people anymore, and go to the rigid body, yes, and go constraints, and we want to go freeze these positions. Maybe not Y though. Let's have a look. Is that gonna do what we want? Okay, so now it's just a screen one going until it goes red. Screen one will eventually turn red unless the odds are forever in our favor. Oh my god. Eddie's green again. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. The 50% chance of going in favor of green today. What? This is nuts. What? Surely he's going to go red eventually. What is happening? Is this bugged or... Okay, maybe it's bugged because that's too many times in a row. Okay, I'm guessing we haven't done something quite right then, because yeah, surely that's the 50-50 odds. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, what is happening? Nah, it's because what we done did is we haven't set it to set color again. So we want to go simple this, just that, set color. I was gonna bloody say, I was like, what is happening? Actually, we can go ahead and do that first. So no matter what, it's gonna set color. I was gonna say, I was like, what is happening? Is that incredible luck? So now it's just gonna set the color again. So should go like that. Bang, 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 bang. The green ones are now all red. I'm guessing that was just lucky that happened. So we've got two greens. Now there's a red and a green. They're going to land on top of each other. Bang, bang. But now that's all red. So yeah, that's actually working quite well, guys. I think we'll go ahead and end the episode off there. We haven't made it so it's game over and add score or anything, but we've made it so far, so it's looking pretty good. So basically what we'll do is we'll be like, oh my god, there's a red coming. Quick, rotate it to red, and then it will work, and then obviously you don't want to be able to let them fall through. But yeah, that's the idea. We'll go ahead and quickly see if we can get a couple. I can't even tell. So the first one's going to be red. Obviously, we're going to screw up the few red ones. But then we'll get the red one. That's fine. And then we'll be like, oh, it's a green one. So we need a green one now. And it's like, oh, it's another green one. We need a green one. Boom. And then it's like, oh, it's red. So you flip it over. It's like, okay, good. I'm going good. So yeah, and then basically every time it's going to add score, more are going to spawn. We'll add special ones and whatnot. But anyway, guys, that's what's happening so far. I hope you learned a little bit today. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace out.